Mixing gang, 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 mixing gang. Hit that bell, go ahead subscribe. It mixing gang, you know the fam live. Hit that bell, go ahead subscribe. It mixing gang, you know the fam live. Mixing gang, mixing, ain't no competition. Mixing gang, mixing, you know we gang, mixing gang, mixing, it ain't no competition. Mixing gang, mixing.
Yo, I'm back. All right, so like I told y'all, I'm about to do this interview with the president of the FFA. I got him on the phone. We're gonna ask some good questions so y'all can get some more behind the scenes of like how the FFA running, all the great stuff. I got a few questions that some people hit me up with, so I'm definitely gonna ask him. He told me I could ask him anything, y'all. So I'm about to ask him a whole bunch of good stuff. All right, Cheese, you on the line?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man, introduce yourself to my YouTubers, man. They don't know who you are, but introduce yourself to them.
All right, well, my name is Anthony Smith Sr. Everybody call me Cheese. I had that name for years. I'm president and owner of the FFA 2.0, which is the Football Federation Alliance. It's kind of a spinoff from the original FFA, which was the Florida Football Alliance. The original owners of that league decided to retire, and so in so doing, they also wanted to retire the name. I was president of that league last year, so the owners wanted to keep it going, so we just basically just transitioned over into the new name, keeping the same initials, but coming up with a new name. So we just basically rebranded.
Okay. My first question would be, what was the reason why they retired or wanting to step down and like end it all?
Well, I really can't answer for them. I just know they was tired. That they've been doing it for like 13 years.
Oh wow!
And the president, Terrence Page, was like, it was time for him to go, and they always had an agreement that when one go, they all would step aside at the same time, and that's basically what happened.
Okay.
It just ran its course for them.
All right. So, what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna step up and do my own thing and keep the initials, and I'm gonna be the president and the owner? What made you make that decision?
Insanity.
I know it's a lot on the plate. I know it's a lot on the plate.
Actually, for the owners, not feeling like they had another league to go to, so just keeping it around. My initial plan, I used to be president of another league for 7 years, Southeast Football League, and then I owned my own league for a year, and then I kind of like stepped away, and then Terrence Page brought me back last year to head the FFA. My intentions were to do it 1 year, which was last year, and then going back into my own retirement. But COVID cut short. We didn't get to finish the year, and then that happened with them shutting it down. So the owners asked me a couple of owners asked me to just keep it going. So I did.
Okay. So with that being said, we got some more years to come, or this might be the last year of the FFA 2.0?
The FFA 2.0 should be I have a great senior vice president, Charlie Washington. I'm kind of trying to groom him to take over the league and just keep taking it forward to new heights. As for me personally, I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I might not come back next year. I might come back next year. But that remains to be seen.
So I think everybody wants to know, besides you being the president, like, what is the role of the president and the owner? Like, what do you go through on a day-to-day basis? What are the things you have to, like, approve, not approve? Like, what do you do on a day-to-day basis for us as a semi-pro teams and players to play?
Honestly, I am a glorified babysitter. I handle a lot of crying.
Why are you crying?
person that deals with the problems. I'm supposed to be the person that deals with the discipline. Charlie Washington, he kind of handles the problem, but we also have Kyle Rubin. He's my vice president of grievances. So when there's a problem, officially, it's supposed to be sent in an email to Kyle Rubin. And then he investigated, and then Charlie gets involved. And then once they find out that, hey, yeah, it's a problem, they violated this rule, it has been confirmed, then it's supposed to be given to me, and I decide what punishment to mete out. Unfortunately, it has not been going that way because people just call me directly. Ooh. And, I have a open line of communication, so I talk to them, and they call me directly. And some of the biggest problem we have is they call it directly and want to complain. If it happens that way and it doesn't go through Cal, I don't do anything about it because it's not official. It needs to be in an email. So I get I do a lot of babysitting.
I got you.
A lot of, trying to curtail problems or work out problems with two teams that I shouldn't have to do.
So you're saying you babysit grown men. That's what he just said. He babysit grown men that want to play football.
Basically, better in a nutshell, I'm just a glorified babysitter with a title.
Okay. Well, I had somebody ask me on YouTube. They said, what's up with these strict rules that you have with the fines? Like, fat people got to make sure the jersey tucked in. We can't wear different socks. No, yeah. We can only wear one. The whole team has to have the same color socks. I can't show my back flap. I know I got in trouble for that. The colors got to match, I want to say, as a jersey, right?
Right.
So what's up with all that? Like, what made you put that in play?
Well, I didn't put that in play. It's a carryover from the FFA, but it originated way back in the day with the Southeast Football League because the Southeast Football League mandated that the league will follow the NFL rules.
Okay.
And so it was one of the first leagues to do it. Minor league football is such a copycat league. If one league do something and it seems to be successful, then most leagues carry that over. And so it just continued on. I personally like the league because I'm one of the few presidents or commissioners or owner, whatever you want to call them, that actually go out and get sponsorship. It looks better when someone is able to click on the website and they see uniforms or they see action pictures and everybody actually look nice. They're playing on nice field, they're dressed alike in uniformity. Well, you can look at some pictures in other leagues and it just looks horrible because they dress any kind of, it just looks like they playing glorified sandlot. What we have to remember is there is nobody out there that owns a company that we can do anything for if they decide to partner up with us. We can't help Coca-Cola sell more Cokes. We can't help Pepsi sell more Pepsi. We can't help anybody bottom line increase. So why would they help us? Well, they help us because they just decide, I want to help out their product. So what would they do? They make sure that in helping us, we can't hurt them. So they look at our image. They look at what we look like. They look at our actions and see how we act. And if they deem to be, unpleasant to the eye, guess what? I'm not going to get that $500.
I got you.
So we try to stay uniform. We try to stay unified. We try to put a product out there that looks good to the eye, and it makes somebody want to partner with us because it's not about the bottom line. So,
all right. So
did that kind of answer that question?
It kind of clears it up. My next question would be with that, to go behind that is when the player gets fined, where does that money go to? So if I get fined $50 and I pay my fine to play for the next game, where does my $50 go to?
The money goes back into the budget, and then whatever we're short on the budget, it covers that. However, our budget is completely taken care of, so that's why up until now, all fines by me has always been suspended because I don't need the money. The league don't need the money. But when you give a fine, it kind of gets the players' attention.
No, I get that part.
I want the compliance and not your money. So, we have yet to collect on a fine that I have issued because I go back and suspend them. But typically, if we collect it, it goes back to the budget and it'll pay for awards at the end of the year, or it goes back to the owners.
So that was my next question. You said a budget. So how does how do you run the FFA for, like, how can I put this? When you say budget, like, the FFA is run how? Like, we use, like you said, the budget of whatever you pay for awards, or what else makes the FFA run so we can run as teams?
Well, basically, I just have the vision. I put the vision out there to the owners, and they shape the vision by voting for or voting against things that I put out to them. So basically, it's they vote on things. When I create the budget based on the amount of teams we have and what we charge and what I think that the owners will want. And then we present the budget to them, and they take out and put in what they want. So I never know what the budget is going to be because I don't know what they desire. I know this year, when I took over, they wanted to spend less money in a championship venue. So that's why we moved out of Daytona Stadium because it cost the arm and the leg. So they wanted to spend less money on that, and they wanted more money to go back into team payouts. So that's why this year we have a divisional winner payout, we have a conference winner payout, we have a championship runner-up payout, and then we have the champion payout. We never did that. So
so this year basically teams can make some money back, basically.
Right, and that's what they voted on. So I always tell the owners, it's not my money, it's their money. I'm not going to tell them how to spend it.
Okay. I never knew that. That's really good. So where is the championship game going to be at this year?
Right now it's slated to be at Winter Park, Showwater Field. But it's funny that you asked because we're now looking at Bryant Stadium in Lakeland and South County Stadium in Port St. Lucie because Showwater Field has kind of had a little change of heart. And let me tell you,
it's not because of the way we've been acting, is it?
No.
Okay.
But it's because the way minor league football is. People is under the impression of, well, if it doesn't happen in your league or if it doesn't happen in your field, then you shouldn't worry about it. Listen, whatever happened in minor league football, it affects us all. And that's what we need to realize, no matter if you're in this league or any one of the other leagues. If you're doing something stupid, it'll eventually get around to all these facilities. And so what happened is we start losing facilities. And it has nothing to do with our teams. It has nothing to do with certain teams. It's just something happened. So, in short, it was an event played there, a football event, minor league football event, Martin Luther King weekend, a bowl weekend, and the Winter Park, their facility manager.
They had like 4 or 5 games going on.
Yeah, but they didn't like how it ran. They didn't like how the stadium was left, how the parking lot was left, how the locker room was left. So now they're not feeling minor league football. So right now I'm talking to them. I have to give an action plan, like how many people on staff I'm going to have at the game, how many officers I'm going to have, because that event didn't have any officers, and what I'm going to do with parking lot control. So it's a whole list of things that they're making me comply with
before we go through.
In order for they say yes. And so that wasn't our event, but it messed it up for us.
Yeah, somebody left a bad taste, and now it's less fair. Man, y'all act right, man. Y'all clean up. Y'all messing up for everybody. I say we don't do it in Winter Park. We do it in Lake Mary, so the Tar Heels don't have to travel that far for the championship game. I'm just saying that part, okay?
All right, I got you. I'll take that into consideration.
I appreciate that. See, he knows we going. All right, man. So I got a few more questions, and then I'm gonna ask you about these games coming up. And I just want you to I'm gonna just give out the names, and you tell me who's going to win the games. I don't want you to think too hard, okay?
All right, I got you.
All right, so let's do it real quick. So we got the Grizzlies against Tar Heels. Who you got?
I'm going with Grizzlies.
The day.
You know, Tar Heels was my team, man. I was very high on the Tar Heels at the beginning of the season, during the preseason. Some things transpired that, you know, I really wasn't fond of. And I don't think, for lack of a better word, I know he's going to crucify me, but I still love him. I don't think y'all, I'm going to say y'all because you're a Tar Heel.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Tar Heels have the quarterback play to get them over the hump.
Yo, Matt, he talking about you, man. Oh, man. All right, so we're just going to skip on about that part because Tar Heels winning that game. So, Commandos and Duval. Real quick, who you got?
Oh, Commandos.
Okay.
Commandos got a stout defense. Duval got a stout defense. But I just don't think the Raiders have enough offense. It's going to be a good defensive game. It's not going to be a low-scoring game. I just don't think the Raiders have enough offense to pull it out. They're playing at home. But, you know, what's home when it's both teams from Jacksonville?
Yeah, I was about to say everybody from Jacksonville, so yeah. Okay.
So, it's probably going to be an 8-6 game or 12-14 game, something like that.
All right. Port Orange against the Stallions.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Port Orange is the Stallions.
Oh, my gosh. Port Orange against the Steelers. My bad.
If the game be played, I'm gonna take the Steelers, but that's probably gonna be a no contest. Game not gonna be played.
Uh-oh. We're gonna go back to that one. Okay. You got some details I need to know. All right. Dade County Raiders against Florida Reapers.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. You know, the Reapers got their head handed to them last week. I've never known the Reapers to lose like that. So that was kind of shocking. I don't know if the weather had a lot to do with it.
Oh,
but Reapers going to play hard every week. The Raiders are playing good the last 2 weeks. They came back on the Chargers.
That was a good game.
They won a hard-fought game with the Stingrays because the Stingrays been playing everybody hard. They haven't won yet. They play everybody hard.
Okay.
But, I'm gonna go with Mac and the boys. I'm gonna go with the Reapers, man. They playing at home, and they might just have a little bit too much for the Raiders.
All right. So this is the game of the week. I picked my pick, and the Soldiers been on my case ever since I picked my pick. They feel like I hate them. I really don't hate y'all, but I just like messing with y'all. Who do you have for this game here? The Gladiators against the Soldiers.
Man, I'm gonna say this here. Look. Bro, I'm gonna say the Gladiators, and I'm gonna say easy. I don't think the Soldiers are as good as they think they are.
That's a fact. Say it louder for the bitches in the back. Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. I like the Soldiers now. I like Ed, but I think the Soldiers. I think the Bulls and the Gladiators are 1-8. Without a doubt, they're 1-8.
They one loss to go come from the Tar Heels for the Gladiators, but go ahead.
I think the Chiefs and the Wolverines are the 1B. And then you got the Soldiers. The Soldiers are 2. So you got the 4 top dogs are the Bulls, the Gladiators, the Chiefs, and the Wolverines.
I would agree with that. The Gladiators will get one loss, as in they'll still be in the top 4. The Bulls, hey, they've been balling out, and the reason why I keep saying they keep balling out because their games that they have played have been tough games. Like they played the Chiefs, they played Wolverines. So I would give the Bulls still a top 4. Who else you said? Wolverines?
Yeah.
Wolverines, yeah. I would give you that too.
Yeah.
So
and I said that about the Bulls in the beginning of the year, in the beginning of the rankings. And people would ask why the Bulls were ranked low. I said, well, because last year they were 3-3 when we cut short in COVID, but they only had one game on the field. They didn't have all their players back like they do this year.
Oh,
and
okay.
They didn't play a preseason game, so I didn't see what they was going to look like. But I did say, but I believe in the end, it's going to be the Bulls and the Wolverines in the conference championship. I said they was going to be there.
That's going to be a good game. I agree with that one.
And they proving me right. See, I knew Chico was coming back. Because Chico told me last year he was coming back. He told me to keep it to myself. And that to me was big. So, I couldn't just put them up there because of how the year finished and then they didn't have no preseason. But I knew if Chico played like he said he was going to play, yeah, I knew they were going to be hard to beat.
Okay. So, with all these teams in the FFA, who do you feel like is the best organization in the FFA?
You mean all the way around, administratively on down?
All the way around. Who would you pick?
Oh, man. Let me tell you, it's hard, but I'm going to say this here. I have not had a problem
I feel like I know you're going to say.
on the field from the Duval Raiders. I have not had a problem on the field from the Gladiators. I have not had a problem on the field from the Stingrays. I done had some look from the Reapers. I have not. From the Bulls, I have not. So
Them Tar Heels? Them Tar Heels?
Yeah, I had a problem for y'all. It was minor, but I done had a problem. Y'all got that little skirmish with the Stallions, remember?
Listen, that wasn't the FFA. That was a preseason game.
No, that was this year.
I know. That was a preseason game.
It was a little itty bitty something, but yeah. But administratively, the charges are sound, and she has to be sound because she's the vice chairman. But the Charger organization sound. The Bulldogs are very sound administratively. So we got good teams pretty much all around. It's hard right now for me to say who's the best. I know at the end of the year I got to pick who is the best.
Okay.
So we'll find out then. It's kind of hard right now.
All right. So at the end of all of this, obviously we're going to crown the Tar Heels. Obviously we're going to crown a team to be the champions. Who do you feel like is going to be?
Who's going to win the championship?
Yep.
The Bulls.
Oh, okay. Okay. Why you feel like the Bulls? Everything you should say, I get it, but what makes you say they're going?
They're playing like they used to play with a chip on their shoulder. They have an attitude problem, and I'm not talking about in a negative way. They got an attitude problem, and I don't think the other teams are really matching that intensity and that desire. They're playing for Cook's wife. They're playing for all the naysayers that say they was too old and they was, old news. And they just playing, man, with the same brotherhood they used to play for in the past.
Okay.
When they was 7-time champions. They know how to win.
They do. I was about to say the Bulls have a reputation of winning. Everybody else, everybody out there that's in the FFA besides the Bulls. Y'all better step it up. He said the Bulls win it all. So
but I think the Gladiators sometimes take it easy on teams and play down to their competition, and that can come back to hurt them.
Yeah, you're right, because it's hard to catch up when you're losing.
Yeah. So
okay.
But yeah, I think the Bulls gonna pull it off.
So he picked the Bulls, y'all. Like I said, that means everybody else, y'all better show out. Do the Bulls play this weekend? No, they don't.
No.
I was about to say, whoever playing them, y'all better show him wrong. And that's really it for this interview, Cheese. I appreciate you stopping by. I've been trying to get you on the phone for a minute. You a busy man.
No problem. Anytime, man.
All right. That's it for everything, man. I'll see y'all later. Y'all be safe.
Ain't missing. Ain't no competition. Missing game, missing. You know we game missing. Missing game, missing. It ain't no competition. Missing game, missing. Missing game, missing.